Warning. Please go somewhere else if you are. Just here for some nice visuals. We are here to get enlightened, not for some dopamine. The most dangerous thing you can do to a narcissist is not fight them. It's not expose them. It's not argue. It's not seek revenge. The most dangerous thing you can do is become indifferent. Because a narcissist does not survive on strength. They survive on your reactions, your attention, your validation, your emotional energy. And the moment you understand this, the power dynamic flips. Machiavelli wrote that the first step in defeating an enemy is understanding what they feed on. Narcissists feed on three things: control, admiration, emotional response. Take those away, and they collapse without you ever throwing a punch. Most people lose to narcissists for one reason. They play the wrong game. They try to prove their point. They try to be understood. They try to expose the truth. They try to win the argument. But narcissists don't care about truth. They care about control of perception. And Machiavelli warned us about this centuries ago. He who controls the narrative controls the outcome. So if you keep explaining yourself, you are playing their game. And in their game, you will always lose. The first way you destroy a narcissist is emotional starvation. No reaction, no defending yourself, no over-explaining, no visible anger, because your reaction is their oxygen. When you stay calm, they escalate. When you stay silent, they provoke. When you remain unaffected, they panic. Why? Because for the first time, they cannot control how they are seen through you. Second, withdraw access. Not dramatically, not emotionally, strategically. Less availability, less information, less presence. Machiavelli believed that power comes from controlling access. If someone cannot reach you, they cannot influence you. Your time becomes limited. Your attention becomes earned. Your energy becomes protected. And now the person who once controlled the dynamic is standing outside the gate. Third, become unreadable. Narcissists study your face, your tone, your triggers, your insecurities, because that's how they manipulate. So you remove the data, neutral responses, short answers, calm body language, no emotional confession. You don't become cold, you become private, and privacy is power. Here's the brutal truth. The moment you stop trying to make them understand you, you win. Because narcissists need you to keep talking. They need your paragraphs, your explanations, your emotional speeches. Silence is their worst nightmare, because silence means they are no longer important enough to affect you. Fourth, upgrade your life. This is the step most people skip. You don't destroy a narcissist by focusing on them. You destroy their influence by improving your body, building your money, expanding your network, creating your purpose, becoming confident without their validation. Because narcissists choose targets, not equals. And the moment you become self-sufficient, respected, busy, fulfilled, you are no longer a source of supply. You are a closed system. Machiavelli said a prince must build strength so he cannot be controlled by others. That is exactly what this is. Independence is psychological armor. When you don't need them, their manipulation stops working, their guilt stops working, their approval stops mattering, and that is when they lose power. Fifth, let them expose themselves. You don't interrupt, you don't correct, you don't fight. You let time reveal their pattern to others, because narcissists self-destruct when they don't have someone managing their image. Machiavelli understood patience as a weapon. The man who reacts fast loses. The man who positions slowly wins permanently. Here's the shift that changes everything. You stop asking, how do I hurt them? And start asking, how do I become untouchable? Because the goal is not their destruction. The goal is your freedom. And freedom is the ultimate power. Sixth, detach from the need for closure. This is the final chain. You want them to admit what they did. You want them to apologize. You want them to understand your pain. They won't, not because you are wrong, but because that would cost them control. So Machiavellian strategy says, never depend on your enemy for peace. You give yourself closure by walking away, by leveling up, by becoming emotionally self-contained. And here is the moment the dynamic fully reverses. When they see you, happy, calm, successful, unbothered, unreachable without their approval, they feel what you once felt. Irrelevance. That is the collapse of their power. Final truth. You do not destroy a narcissist by attacking their ego. You destroy their influence by removing your participation in their game. No reaction, no access, no dependence, no emotional supply, just growth, silence, control. Machiavelli never taught unnecessary war. He taught strategic victory. And the greatest victory is when your enemy no longer has the ability to touch your mind. So you don't fight the narcissist. You outgrow them. You outbuild them. You outcalm them. And one day, without noise, without revenge, without drama, you look back and realize they no longer exist in your world. That is how you destroy a narcissist.